Very imposing looking place, isn't it?
Yeah. See, the Civil War place, the section on the left, was
Down
built
here?
in 1861.
Down
Yeah,
here?
it's also near the cemetery.
Really? Down that way?
Yeah, it's left wing.
Huh.
Yeah, it even says right here, far left of the building.
Okay, that one. Little one down there.
Mm-hmm.
So what'd you
I've
say
been-
this
I've
brick
been
one
in that
was again?
section. That's a forensic building. I don't know what they do. It's just called forensic medical building.
Yeah.
The
Research and...
Lobotomies and stuff are done first floor down here in the basement.
Really? Lobotomies. You want to get a couple to go?
Which I mean, I came here a few years ago and did like a ghost hunt thing. It was really weird. We heard voices. We heard people talking between us. It was a really, I thought it was kind of hyped up, you know, oh, the most haunted place on the East Coast. And then I came here, and it doesn't scare me. I'm not, you know, it doesn't scare me, but it was really weird. We'll put it that way. It was undeniable, and I you know, I caught quite a bit of stuff on my videos at the time, but I didn't do this YouTube, so I don't have like a video showing it all, you know.
Very imposing looking place. Like someplace you don't want to wind up, that's for sure.
The clock's wrong on it.
Yeah.
We're not going to be doing a tour because you can only take pictures, and honestly, like, I've already been in it, and I don't really see point of just showing you guys a slideshow. I would love to be able to go through there and explore it and show you guys, but we can't. So this is some of the stuff that they offer, and they're doing their Halloween right now. They do a Halloween, a haunted house here, and I'm going to tell you guys, though, if anyone comes here, just know that haunted house is all 4 floors, all 4 flights of stairs, and lasts about 30 minutes. This is not something that you want to do if you're not physically up to it. It's a lot. This is a huge place. I was telling them the haunted house is all 4 floors, side to side, all 4 flights of stairs up and down, 30 minutes long. That's quite a feat physically.
A lot of walking.
Well, I think a lot of people probably come here and get kind of surprised at that. They're kind of mid-level physical level, which I think generally most people are mid to lower level physically healthy in America. Am I wrong? You guys think I'm wrong? It's rainy today, so I was kind of hoping to get everything's so kind of dark.
Adds to it, if you ask me.
See that girl standing out front? You can't even walk in unless you buy a ticket. And then you can only do photographs. But we're going to go up here to this fountain right here, and we're going to get a picture, because there's been a lot of famous pictures taken right there.
Oh, hello. How are you?
We watch you all the time.
Do you?
Yes, we love your show.
Well, thank
Oh,
you.
look at the puppy.
Thank you. Hello.
We got a new one coming up, huh?
We're a little wet. It's a little wet.
Looking for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Y'all
guys.
Have a great day. Oh, and we're holding hands too. Ain't it cute?
They catch me when I look absolutely worst.
Hair all wet. It stayed. It stayed. We get to live forever.
All right. Cool.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the next episode of the Hillbilly Files. I am here with Heather, and
Hi.
we are at Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. And among other things, we've got a story to tell you guys. We have one to tell you right here in a second, as a matter of fact. We covered a lot of ground out here today, but the story that we wanted to tell you today was about a lady named Rosemary. Now, they say that the halls of the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in western West Virginia have heard everything from prayers to desperate cries, from ghost stories to medical experiments. Among the most chilling stories is the claim that Rosemary Kennedy, the sister of President John F. Kennedy, had her lobotomy performed right here in these halls. It's a rumor that floats around because the asylum is known to have carried out lobotomies in the 1940s and 50s. But the truth is actually much more complicated and far more tragic. Rosemary's operation didn't happen in West Virginia at all. It happened in Washington, D.C. in November of 1941 inside George Washington University Hospital, a respected teaching hospital of the day. The doctors were two men whose names would later become infamous. Dr. Walter Freeman, a psychiatrist and who evangelized lobotomies as a miracle cure for emotional problems, and Dr. James Watts, a neurosurgeon who handled all of the cutting. Now, Freeman supplied the vision, Watts supplied the hands, and together they were experimenting with a procedure that was barely even tested in America. At that point, fewer than 100 lobotomies had even been attempted anywhere in the world. So what exactly was this operation? In those days, a lobotomy meant drilling small holes into the skull just above the eyes. Through these openings, the surgeon slid a thin, sharp instrument, a surgical knife called a leucotome, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. With slow, deliberate motions, they swept it back and forth, slicing through the white matter that connected the frontal lobes of the brain to the deeper emotional centers inside. The theory was simple and brutal. If the pathways that carried the feelings of fear, anger, anxiety could be cut, the patient would be calmer. Families desperate for help and doctors eager for a breakthrough clung to the promise. Rosemary was placed on the table awake but slightly sedated. To track how much of her mind they were cutting away, Freeman and Watts asked her to talk, to sing, and even to pray while the blade moved inside her head. Her voice grew weaker with each pass. At last, her words stopped altogether, and the surgeons withdrew the instrument. The procedure was over, but what was supposed to give her peace had instead left her with the mind of a small child for the rest of her life. Afterward, Rosemary couldn't form full sentences. She struggled to walk, she lost control of her basic functions, and she would never again live independently.
It's sad.
I know. Her father, Joseph Kennedy Sr., had pushed for the surgery, believing it would protect both his daughter and the family's reputation. Her mother, Rose, only learned afterward. The truth was devastating, and the family kept it quiet for decades. Rosemary lived the rest of her life needing help with almost everything. She spent several years at the Craig House, a psychiatric hospital in New York, and then was moved to St. Coletta's in Jefferson, Wisconsin, where the Sisters of St. Francis built a private cottage for her on the grounds in 1958. The nuns and caregivers tended to her daily needs. Though she never again regained her independence, she did find small joys in music and walks with caregivers and in occasional visits from her family. Over time, her siblings reconnected with her, and her sister Eunice Kennedy Shriver used Rosemary's experiences as inspiration to found the Special Olympics, which would go on to change millions of lives. Rosemary Kennedy lived a long life, though shadowed by tragedy. She died on January 7th, 2005 at the age of 86 from natural causes.
2005? Wow.
Reported as complications of a stroke. She was laid to rest in the Hollywood Cemetery in Brookline, Massachusetts beside her parents.
Yeah, Hollywood or something.
Yeah, you're right, it is. It's Hollywood.
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 Holyhood. Holyhood, that's what it is. That's confusing.
Beside her parents. So how did her story become tied to Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum? The answer lies in confusion and the asylum's own history. The institution did indeed perform lobotomies, many of them at the height of the practice. Freeman himself, after leaving George Washington, crisscrossed the country in his lobotomobile, performing hundreds of quick
Wow.
transorbital lobotomies in state hospitals.
Crazy.
West Virginia was one of the states where he worked. With that overlap, it isn't hard to see how some might connect the dots and assume that Rosemary's surgery took place here. The asylum's ghostly reputation only fuels the confusion, and before long, a rumor turns into a legend. But legends aside, the reality is clear that Rosemary Kennedy was never at Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Her surgery was done in Washington, D.C. at the hands of Freeman and Watts. The connection lives only in a blending of fact and myth that often happens around places that happen to have haunted reputations. Still, when you walk the asylum's long corridors, knowing that real lobotomies were once performed here, it's easy to feel the weight of all those stories. And maybe that's why Rosemary's name keeps surfacing in these very halls, because her tragedy became the face of the lobotomy era. And Trans-Allegheny is one of the places that will forever be linked to that grim chapter in American medical history. And maybe that's the lesson that her story leaves us with, that the greatest horrors are not always the ghosts of the dead, but the mistakes of the living. Mistakes born of fear, secrecy, and a little bit of desperation.
I want to add one thing. When I came here for the ghost hunt, and I think it's 2021, when I went to the lobotomy room, and it's highly unusual for me, I felt so sick to my stomach. And it wasn't, I don't know if it was because of just, it was weird. It was actually a weird kind of experience, because I don't really know why I felt so nauseated, because I'm not really a sensitive person to graphic things, you know, and I'm not a scared person to haunted things. But I just felt really, really sick. And I had to get out of that area, and I almost feel like it was like what happened down there sort of like just sticks.
The thought of it.
Yeah, I don't even think it's only the thought. I think like there's a thing called stone tape theory, where things that have happened get sort of trapped in stone actually. Like there's some scientific stuff that's been done on it and everything, but I almost feel like it just kind of, that horror kind of just sticks in the room. It just stays there. You know, but either way, I want to also point out the Trans-Allegheny itself does not push the Rosemary Kennedy story. They don't list it as it happening here or anything like that. It's been something that if you Google her name and this place, it'll come up as being, you know, being connected to here. So we just wanted to clear that up and to tell her story. It's interesting.
Show the place, tell her story, and show this to you guys. Truly is an amazing place.
It is. So thank you guys for coming along, and I think they want to look at the well. Yeah. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you guys. We very much appreciate you. Y'all have a really good day. And you ready?
Yeah. Hillbilly's out.
Hillbilly's out.
Bye-bye.
See you guys next time.